jab there. Kovalev a little. Oh, a right hand thrown there. Beautiful punch thrown there. Lean it over. Obviously, he's got a bit of a reach disadvantage here. A nice, beautiful right hand thrown there by Kovalev. Oh, the right hand landed there by Rozenstruik. Beautiful. Oh my goodness.
Okay, I was wrong. I thought by now Kovalev would have shot. He's been hit 3 or 4 times heavy by Rozenstruik, but he's staying up. Look, you see, he's not really leading that much. When he does lead, it's just to make him throw again. Like you see there, he'd led just to make Kovalev throw.
You could see there, Rozenstruik paused for a moment. Right when going to throw a perfect up
cross, and so you're not used to that rhythm. You're trying to block the cross that's not coming yet, and when you finally relax punches, which is why he's counter punching right now, but also too, he did a great job of changing the pace.
Just past the mid of the first round. Wow. Scheduled for 3. Good shot landed there by Kovalev. I was just going to say, Rozenstruik leaning back to his right, Frank. Oh, nice. Oh, the mouthpiece fell out.
Good talent.
Here, round 1. A lead right kick landed there with the shin bone by JAIRZINHO ROZENSTRUIK. Oh, and a right hand landed by Kovalev. Needs to follow up with something, Frank.
The other thing that Kovalev does is, at him, he stops moving. Where with Rosen immediately moves right after. Gingerly too.
And here's there's a beautiful nice shot there by Kovalev. He's getting bloodied up though. Good shots there. Now that Rozenstruik needs that blood, you'll see him pick up the pace here. Both guys here, less than a minute to go here.
Look at the styles too. And the power that he gets, Kovalev, he gets in that overhand.
Make it go either way, Frank, but as we take a look at the replay here, Rozenstruik landing some crazy bombs.
He's able to get inside a lot better. He has a lot better hand position. Like I said in the opener, I really believe that he's got the better technical striking. But the question is, what's going to happen once he gets hit? I thought for sure Kovalev would have taken him down to the ring by now, because he's got hit several times, very heavy hit punches. His jaw was getting racked over the place. His brain's getting racked over the place. I thought he at least did that. But now, let's take this to the ground. But he's more content to stay up on his feet. And he hasn't been wobbled. Even those punches that have cleaned through and really hurt him, like this one coming through, changed his whole body. He really hasn't been wobbled at all where he's hurt. He just kind of takes every punch in stride and coming forward.
That one there rolled eyes back. How tough is Kovalev? There's some mass power coming with boxing trick break.
Oh, mouthpiece. Wait 10 more seconds.
Nice kick there.
Yeah.
We're bouncing his footwork.
Get warmed up finally. Or like a couple of more high kicks than we saw in the first round.
Smart use of the teeth there by Kovalev. It's in the skin.
Oh,
and the minute you start swinging, there's your takedown there. He gets the takedown. I was going to say, is he concerned though that he's still that his opponent's going to be slippery? At this point, he doesn't care. There's a nice little elbow landed there, sneaky elbow, and I'm trying to get over there, Frank. Trying to pass to that side.
And I didn't even put that together, Joe. That the grease is probably still there. He is caught inside. You can see his feet up in the air. He doesn't really know what he's doing from here. He needs to turn towards Kovalev, put both feet down on the ground, try to strip himself into at least a half guard to work himself back in the guard. But he's really just kind of content, due to knowledge, to just kind of sit here and keep his feet not really doing much. He's really not activating anything in his lower body.
For a little bit. Eventually they'll stop flopping around and then you can take advantage. But in a timed fight, you got to pick up the pace a little bit.
Yeah, Kovalev is kind of content to kind of sit inside and not really do much. And his takedown was so easy. I would be mindful of him if he went south, and if it didn't work, go all the way around to the other side and go side on the other side, because it really had to change much position, but will exhaust Rozenstruik.
Now, one thing I liked about Rozenstruik, though, is every time Kovalev did try to go to mount, he was able to block it.
He is smart enough to at least put that inside leg up. Caught in half. Push to the knee and slide that leg right out.
There's also the ground and pound. Now, what you hear his corner telling him to walk it out, basically that leg out. If you ever have hands, John Danaher Coach John Danaher from Renzo Gracie's Academy in New York. 4 steps of jiu-jitsu, very simple. Take your fight down on the ground, pass the legs, get to a dominant position, and then go for a submission or a finish. And in mixed martial arts, you're fighting a guy like this. Now, though Kovalev, if this continues in this manner, will continue to win. And remember, in Japan, they do the fight as a whole. So at RIZIN, they score the fight as a whole. But in this position, is he doing enough to win this fight in terms of compared to what Rozenstruik did in the first round?
Well, who did more of the damage?
In the stand-up, it was Rozenstruik.
And so how much damage was actually accomplished on the ground? You saw all these punches coming through, but it really wasn't that much damage happening. He caught a couple. Like I said, his takedown was amazing. Great takedown pass. Yeah. Puts himself in the right position. But now, once he's on the ground, he really didn't affect that much damage. But how much do you weigh the takedown? Is the takedown weighed as a huge amount of damage? How are the judges looking at this fight? So the factors that can be solved into this, especially when you're looking into a full fight. Also, too, the judges tend to score what they saw last. So the fight would end right now. More than likely, the judges would get Kovalev because he continued to dominate the entire second half of the fight. We still have one more round to go. Both these guys are looking for a finish. Close.
To answer your question, though, take a look at what Kovalev did on the ground. Was that more damage than was taking a beating, but not bad?
Yeah, he was like, oh, we got, refs got to start stepping and looking to finish this fight.
A few times.
Yeah. His head stayed still, so his brain didn't get rattled. So
excitement. They want to see exciting fights. They don't care whether you win or lose. Just put on a performance. Right? So, it's not like they're not trying to finish. It's just not that pace. The high level just isn't there just yet. On paper, I looked at the fight here and thought, there's no way this one's going. Oh,
that was just great. That was a straight. You heard him grunt. Like, I'm just not going down that time. I'm just going to force myself out of this. And he forced himself to be on top. Kovalev's in a bad position because
very bad here.
Rozenstruik on top does carry. He's not looking for position. He's looking to hit you. Those guys are most dangerous on top of you when they're not really looking for a position change. They don't really care. They're just looking to hit you. So every time that you move, you're going to catch another punch.
I should say that. It's not like Rozenstruik doesn't know how to fight on the ground. He does. But this is not where Kovalev wants to be. He needs to figure something out here. If he can't keep, if he traps that left arm.
Yeah, and that's what he had earlier. Good leg up. He's trying to trap, so Kev's trying to trap his arm as much as possible, but he's just taking beating. So there's one of
less than 90 seconds to go here in the third.
Heavyweight style, just slowing down at the end. Oh, wow.
Nice spinning. No, there's no wrestling here. You guys are here to fight.
You gotta entertain the fans as well.
10 seconds to go here. There's a chance for a trip there, but it's not going to do much, Frank. It's not going to do much. I could not have. There's no way I would have believed this fight would have gone the distance.
I thought for sure it's going to be done by the second.
Anything can happen. It is mixed martial arts. But in my opinion, I think Kovalev just didn't do enough to earn a victory. Now, if he does get the fight, Frank, I won't be. It's fine. Don't get me wrong, but
he tried. You see that takedown right there? He was trying for a takedown. Kovalev was, and Rozenstruik was just like, "No, I'm not going down. I'm going to end up on top of you." Just pushed his way through. You can see Kovalev take a lot of punishment here. He got it. This is when we started seeing him start to fall apart physically, because he just was not trying to back up to his feet. He was not trying to defend himself. He was not trying to back in the takedown game.
判定の結果をお伝えします。ジャッジ親分コバレブ、ジャッジ豊永ホーゼンストライク、ジャッジジェイソンホーゼンストライク、よって勝者ジャルジーノホーゼンストライク。
Despite getting a yellow card to start off the fight, JAIRZINHO ROZENSTRUIK does emerge victorious, taking out Andrey Kovalev. He improves the record, remains undefeated at 5-0, while Kovalev suffers his very first defeat. He's now 9.